Welcome to When the Smoke Clears. I am the Recovery Plug. How's it going, everybody? I hope everybody's doing good today. I know my day's going great. I got something exciting for you guys today, but before we get started, if you would please join me in a moment of silence, followed by serenity prayer for the addict who still suffers, and for those of us who are still in the struggle that keeps us bound down. So if you would please, a moment of silence. God, grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, wisdom to know the difference. All righty, well, let's get started. Check this out. What we're going to do today, what I got planned for you is that I want to take you on a hike. I want to take you on a hike, and we're going to incorporate these resistance bands right here. And what we're going to do with these is that you just need to put it around your neck like this, and then you can just wrap your arms around, your hand around it, maybe once like this, and just keep it like this. Sometimes if you want to wrap it twice around your hand, that's fine. But the purpose of this is as we're walking, we're going to be just doing this number here. And what that's going to do, that's going to work out your arms, right? So that's just an extra part of the exercise that we're going to do, something to give you a little bit more physicality to the journey that we're doing today. And what's going to happen is that I'm going to take you on a trail walk, and we're going to trail walk around the park. And after we get done with the whole trail, we're going to muster back up to the starting point, which is going to be over at the Moon Labyrinth circle. And what happens here in the Moon Labyrinth circle is I'm going to take a little walk over there, and I'm going to kind of just read to you what the little plaque says at the entrance of the circle, so that you kind of know and get a little bit of an idea of what to do when you get to that circle. And the purpose of this circle is just to, a lot of people use this to meditate, to leave problems here, to find problems, to find clarity to problems. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you what it says here. And it says, meditate with the Moon Labyrinth. This ancient prayer tool is found in many countries and has been used by people to bring clarity, inner peace, and joy. Enter with a concern, reflectively follow the path until you reach the center. There, let go of the concern. Find the way by walking the way. Ain't that beautiful? And that's the thing, is that you just come out here. If you have something that's weighing down on you, maybe it's a decision you got to make, whether it's from work, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's to the struggle that's got you bound down, and you're just kind of needing clarity on what to do next. And when you get to the middle of the circle, and what I like to do is I like to walk around the it's kind of like a maze, but it has a entrance and an exit. And at the center of the circle is where you just get there and you meditate for a little while, and you just leave whatever is bringing you down, whatever is bothering you, whatever you're looking clarity for, you look for it right there as you meditate, and just take sight of and notice of the things around you, know the nature, and know that you're one with everything that you see. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set this camera up so that you can follow me, and we're going to take the walk. We're going to start the hike. And as we're taking this hike, I'm going to be doing a little bit of breathwork techniques and tell you when to start doing the bands. And what you want to do is you want to, again, keep it wrapped around your hand here, and then same thing on the other side like this. And at the same time, you'll be, bringing it like that. And it just comes around your neck. And so it's just something that you can incorporate as you're walking, you know what I mean? And getting some exercise done and some meditation. Well, the breath work is going to be a very important part of the process of doing the, not only walking and meditating, is what I call meditative walking. And it's a practice, it's practiced in many different countries and in different ways. And this is just the way that I do it. From the I pick up little bits and pieces from authors that I read who do this, and monks and that sort of thing. So that's where the whole thing is coming from as far as my experience goes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this camera up, and we're going to take off. And you'll be hearing me, in a sense, narrating the path and that sort of thing. So let's set the camera up, and we'll take a journey. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so hopefully you can see what I'm going, what I'm doing, and that sort of thing. So now we're going to be walking down this path hopefully there's not a bunch of Blair Witch type movement on the camera. This isn't my first time doing this, so I'm not real sure how it's going to work out, but I'm going to give it a shot at any rate. And hopefully you can tag along with me on this journey, and just know that you can do this on a you can do it at home. You can follow this video. You can just save it and follow it every day, and jump on your treadmill as you're watching this. You know what I mean? Or just you can be just high stepping in your apartment, in your home, whatever, just walking in place, and or just walking down the street. But at least you got a different view of a trail. You know what I mean? And it's not just a boring walk, but you're taking in nature. I mean, you see the ducks here, you see birds, trees, and you just taking in the wind, taking in the scenery, and know that what you see is actually you. You know what I mean? Because ultimately we are all one and the same beings on this Mother Earth that we call it. And yeah, so this is just a beautiful place that I like to come to walk and stuff. And I just started this one, this journey at this particular park because it's, I just happened to run into it, and one day on my way to school, and it's just beautiful, man. What we're going to do, we're going to take the right here so you can see this this beautiful freaking pavilion that they have here. And it's a Korean pavilion, actually. And a story behind this thing is that it was donated. It was donated to the city of San Antonio. Can you believe that? And it was made in Korea, assembled here. And it's just a beautiful, nice thing that you see here. What I'll do is I'll get over here and I'll read what it says so you know what it's all about here. And this thing says the pavilion of Gwangjun has been constructed and donated by the metropolitan city of Gwangju and Namcoin Construction Incorporated. President Kim Dae-jin is in commemoration of the friendship between Gwangjun and the City of Light, Korea, and its sister city, San Antonio, Texas, USA. The pavilion is a replica of the traditional Korean pavilion style of the southern province of Pavilion, traditionally used as a place of reflection and reception by scholars and gentlemen, embodies in beauty and harmony created by nature and structure. It is hoped that this pavilion of Gwangjin will offer many opportunities to strengthen the friendly relationship between Gwangju and San Antonio, as well as inspire an in-depth understanding of Korean culture and tradition by the American public. And this was donated back in October 29th, 2010. So it's just a great pavilion. It's just beautiful how this is just like a everyday thing in Korea, but it's amazing because it's like ancient type, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's continue on with the journey, and we're going to be going this way. And if you can see that, it's just a beautiful park. The trail goes all the way down there. We're not going to take that trail today because I am kind of on a time schedule and just wanted to get this meditation session in my exercise, and figured I'd bring you guys along the way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start with the resistance band. So if you please join me, and remember what you're doing is just doing it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can just do 10, 20, however many reps that you want to do. And then just pause and then continue. Maybe do about 5 sets during your walk. And what we're going to do now is do a little bit of the breath work. And what you want to do is pick up your arms with your hands above your head, and then just breathe in a deep breath, as deep as you can. There you go. And then hold that breath for about 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4, out. And just let it out through your mouth. And then again, in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, out through your mouth. And when you exhale out, you want to bring your arms down. And then bring them back up again for a deep breath above your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, then out through your mouth. Great. Doing good, doing good. All right, and what this does is this is just getting the brain functionality moving the way it needs to be, because ultimately when you meditate, you're also, you know, working out the brain in a sense, the neuroplasticity of your brain and that sort of thing, and it's training it. In other words, you're like remapping your mental thought process, if you will, and that's ultimately what it is, because all of us have a thought process that we deal with on a repetitive basis every single day of the things that we've been doing for years, and that's how your mind works. And ultimately, you're able to change that. You know what I mean? But we'll get more into that on another video. But for now, we're getting close to the Labyrinth moon circle. Okay, we're here. What we're going to do is, in this place, I like to just start here. Another couple of deep breaths. Out. In. Hold it. Out. One more. In. Hold it. Out. One more. In. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Out. Alrighty, well, let's go. Now what you want to do here is you just, whatever is bothering you, whatever you need clarity on, and you just take the trail. And just the purpose of this is to focus exactly just on that one thing, without trying to let other thoughts come into your mind. And that's a very hard thing to do, but the more you do it, it can be done. And because you think thoughts randomly, just second by second, and the purpose here is to try to minimize that thought process and have a gap of silence in between those thoughts. And then that silence is where you're going to find answers to the problems, and that silence from one thought to the next is where you're going to find clarity in whatever it is that you're looking for. So I'm going to just keep walking here. There you go. Just think of that one thing. What is it that's bothering you? What is it that you need clarity with? Is it your relationship? Is it your job? Is it the next move in your career? Are you having trouble with your kids? Maybe a coworker. You don't know how to deal with that at the moment. But just here in this walk in this moon labyrinth circle is where you're going to leave that and find the answer there at the end. And if you have to, you walk this thing, 2 or 3 times if need be, until you feel it, until you just feel the essence of the things around you, the wind, the trees, the birds, the grass, the dirt. Know that you are what you see. And in that silence from one thought to the next is where you're going to try and find that clarity. You're going to try and find that answer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk the circle again. This time I'm just going to walk it in silence, and we'll get back to the narrating as soon as we get to the circle. So here we go. All right, we're here to the center. And here is where, I like to keep my feet shoulder widths apart and then just ground myself down and then just feel my spine straight up and down to the heels of my feet and feel that I'm just grounded down. And just breathe in and out. God, grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, wisdom to know the difference. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. As I'm breathing, I like to move my hands around and just sway that energy when I'm inhaling and bring that new energy in. After sitting here in silence for a few minutes and my eyes closed, what I like to do is I just like to get a couple of more deep breaths in and out. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And then what I like to do is I like to rub my hands together here just like this. And then I like to massage my hands from one finger to the next, just like this. And then all the energy's out. And then on my thumb and my pointing finger, there's a little spot here. I like to just press in there, and that is just a very good pressure point that actually awakens your chakras, and it just gives you this clarity. That's what it does for me, so I like doing that. Then I do the same on this side. Here we go, just like this. And then I like to rub my hands back together again, and then just do this here. Alrighty. Well, there you go. Oh, sorry about that. No, that was a good little jolt. I'm sorry, my camera came off the railer there. But at any rate, yeah, so there we go. That is the Moon Labyrinth Circle. That is the walking meditation, and just incorporating a little bit of, some resistance band to get those arms, worked out. And it's just a plus, a little extra of exercise. But man, I do this, and this has given me clarity. It has given me just answers to things that I need, or if something's bothering me in that day and I come out here and I just let it go, you know what I mean? I let go, and most of the time you'll find out that you'll get an answer of some sort that you're looking for, you know what I mean? And if you need to walk the circle a few times, I mean, there's no set time of times that you walk through it. You just walk through it until you feel the urge to get in that center of the circle and just let go, or find clarity, or whatever it is that you find that, urge in your soul and in your heart and in your mind that you need to do, and you do that in that circle. And my friends, it works. It has worked for me, and if it didn't work, I wouldn't be making a video about it. But I'm real grateful that you guys came out and joined me in this walk, man. And this is something that we can do every day, you know what I mean? This is not something that's just a one-time thing. You can do this more than once, but it's just great. And I really appreciate you guys joining me in for this video, for this episode of When the Smoke Clears. And if you would please at this time just subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, you know what I mean? Because just know that when you do hit that subscribe button, leave a comment and that sort of thing, you're helping out another veteran, you're helping out another homeless person, you're helping out another person dealing with PTSDs, childhood traumatic experiences, anger, drug addiction, alcoholism, suicidal thoughts, all those types of things, my friends, because I have dealt with all those things at one point in time in my life. And this is just one of the many things that I do in what I call my recovery arsenal that has helped me along the way. And it works. So, you know, I only share things that work for me, and or if I know they work for somebody else, and it's, you know, coming from the horse's mouth and that sort of thing. So at any rate, thank you for watching this video podcast. I greatly appreciate it. I guess until the next time on When the Smoke Clears, I am the Recovery Plug.